What's up, y'all, and welcome back to In the Wild. I'm a little sad today because this is Kitana's last episode with us. Yeah.
Tears.
Like, slow tear. I need to cry and go to, mask my tears. But this is going to be just our one-on-one with Kitana. And I don't know. You've been such a great intern this semester. I really enjoyed working with you and seeing all of the cool stuff that you've done. For the podcast, on social media, just all the things. But I want you to kind of talk about your experience and tell us about your last semester.
Should I just talk about like semester or like internship as well?
Sure, both, either or.
Okay. Well, class-wise, everything has been going pretty smooth for me. I'm definitely taking notes of everything that my professors have been telling me. They're telling me who to reach out to, like job-wise, and like anything, because I'm working on a portfolio for my capstone class as well. So I'm definitely taking all the little bit of advice that my professors are giving me because, I mean, it's the last semester. So I got to take it in. Internship-wise, I definitely love it. I'm interacting with new people literally on that every single day, whether I be in the office or we're interviewing people. So everything has been going very well for me, and I love just learning more, even though I am about to graduate. So it's been going pretty well.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. What are you looking forward to the most on graduation day?
I've never really thought about that. Walking across the stage when they're like, Kitana Johns, and then I'm walking across the stage and I got my hair did, awesome dress and all that. So I think that's my favorite thing, and that's what I'm looking forward to the most. And hearing my family and seeing my family like support me too.
Yeah, hearing their reactions from
Kitana! And I'm going like, yeah. I cannot wait for that. I'm so excited.
I guess going a little bit deeper, how has Augusta University shaped you into the person you are now?
I would say Augusta University has shaped me into the person I am now by giving me opportunities to grow. And they've also helped me come out of my circle a lot more. So it's like everyday classes that I'm having with people, I usually keep to myself and I don't talk to anyone. But the professors, especially in the communication department, they don't play about that. You got to talk to the people around you. You have to network. You have to figure out what they have going on in their life, what opportunities that they have as well. And, they're very big on networking, and I was the opposite. So they've definitely helped me with coming out and just learning more and hearing more about others. So that's how they've impacted me by a lot.
I want to say I had a similar experience to that, where just the opportunities that I found here on campus when I was running around as a student really just transformed my life from, being an orientation leader, being on the crew, being an SGA, just all of those things kind of really definitely shaped who I am today, and just like the skills that I learned, I still carry with me, even though I'm still short into my career. But I feel like I will carry most of those things on for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I definitely feel you on that, because I came here during the pandemic, so we're already kind of spaced out from each other. So it was really hard for me to break into that, like, okay, it's okay for me to come closer to you and have a conversation. So you definitely made me feel more comfortable doing that.
Yeah, how was that, I guess, transition for you? Because you're from the area, but you went off and then you came back. So I'm kind of curious as to how you were able to feel like an Augusta University student, just compared to being like, I'm a local, I go to school here.
I'm going to say the transition was like a lot more smoother than I thought it was going to be, because when I went to my previous school, COVID had hit, so we were online. And then when I went ahead and I transferred here, we were still kind of online. So going back to the classes, I was looking forward to it. I want some human interaction. I just want to come to my classes and I want to physically see my professor and reach out to my professor. So the transition was a lot more smooth. And then my first semester back, I'm getting internships as well. So it's just like I'm seeing a lot more opportunities being more face-to-face with my professors and classes. So, yeah.
Was there anything in particular that the university did to help you make that transition smooth?
I would say with my professors, like they usually send an introduction email like, hey, my name is, and then they'll say what they do, what the classes will entail. Here's the schedule. If you have any questions, reach out to me. And that's definitely made me feel more comfortable because it just like, okay, I'm new here, but you're reaching out to me. So I know that you want a relationship with me and that you want to help me like learn more at the school. So it definitely encouraged me to break out and build that networking with my professors.
Well, that's great to hear that. I was very, it's kind of ironic because when I was a student, like I said before, I was running around a lot, but then when it came to the classroom, I was very reserved and I was very,
Right.
and I kept to myself a lot. So I didn't really build those connections with my professors as much as I should have, looking back. So I'm glad that you're able to do that because that would probably be one of my like big recommendations to those who are still, I guess, still have a little bit of time on campus is don't, be afraid to make those connections with your professors and really network because they can help you out in ways that you could never think of.
That's actually how I've got a lot of my internships is by reaching out to my professors, or even it goes because at my previous school I didn't remember any of my professors' names, and then I get here and I'm saying hello and I'm waving at them and asking them what they have for breakfast. So it's you got to build that relationship with your professors for real.
What was your first impression of Augusta University? Because like I said, you're a local, so you were kind of familiar.
Originally, I didn't want to go to Augusta University because I was a local. I wanted to branch out because I always considered that Augusta is like very small. But when I had went away, I realized that everything else was just as small as well. So I came back and I was just like, I like how small it is because it's cozy, it's comfortable. I know you and then you know her, but I already knew her. So it's like everybody knows each other, and that's what I liked about it. It feels very small and like home-like and cozy, So that was my first thought about Augusta University when I had came back, and I was just like, I should have just started here, really.
Oh, I started here, and it was a great 4 years. What are your career goals after you cross the stage? Like, what would you, I guess, want to be when you grow up?
I'm still in the process of figuring that out. But I do know, like, a goal for me personally is that I want to write a book. I want to have a book published. I want to have a poem published. Like, I write for fun, and I want to make sure that, like, hey, I want y'all to read what I do as well, what I write as well. So that is a goal for me, but I kind of want to do everything. I want to learn how to do everything. I want to be one of the best at it as well. So that's a career goal for me. Whether that's like podcasting, because I love podcasting. I love recording. I love editing. I love everything about it. So I want to do a little bit of everything, and just expand in experience and knowledge.
Same here. Well, I don't know about writing a book, but I do love being creative. And one thing that I love about this opportunity that I have at the university is being able to kind of dip and dabble a little bit into things that I'm interested in. Because, probably wouldn't have had a podcast without me being curious about it at first. So how do you feel, I guess, about entering the workforce? Do you feel prepared?
I definitely...
Any anxieties?
I'm a little nervous because nobody likes being the new guy. That's why I kind of steered away from getting internships, because I was like, I don't know anything, but I do now know everything. Well, not everything. I'm still learning, but I know more than I did, and I'm constantly in a learning state. So I'm really excited to go into the workforce. I want to show everything that I have to offer while also still learning from others in the workforce as well. So I'm a little nervous because, again, I'll be the new person, but I'm excited for it either way.
How do you feel the comm department did in preparing you? Like, what are some things that they did specifically that you found really valuable?
So right now I have my capstone class. I think that is very valuable because I'm putting a portfolio together and it's making me realize all the work that I have done. There are those moments where I'm like, oh, I haven't done anything, even though I have a lot of internships and I have a lot of experience. But when I'm in my capstone class and I'm putting my portfolio together and I'm looking at the videos I've created and podcasts that I've also done and pictures I've taken or interviews and articles that I've written, it makes me realize, like, you know what you're doing and you're not new, you know what you're doing. So it makes me feel a lot more confident in the skill and the knowledge that I have. So I really appreciate my capstone class.
Shout out to the comm department. Have you taken grad photos yet?
I have not. It's because I haven't found the dress. I have not found my dress. I don't know what to wear to graduation. I don't know what to wear for my photos. I don't know. I'm focused on trying to get my classes done, but I know moment my class is in, graduation is like the next day. So I need to figure that out. I know. I'm just nervous.
And is there anything that you wish you would have done while you were a student? You've done a lot. You had several internships, a lot of other projects that you've done, but is there anything that you wish you had the opportunity to do?
So I'll say I have two. I wish that I was more engaged on campus, you know, because I'm in a club, Media Production Club, and I love the club. We've done 48-hour film festivals and everything, but I feel like I wish I was more like, hey, I'm going to join this sorority, or hey, I'm going to join this organization. I wish I was more involved when it comes to stuff like that. And then another one is I wish I had got internships before, because I have 3, but I could have had 5. I could have had 6, you know, but it's just the fear has stopped me, and that's something I wish I should have got more internships. But yeah, that's
Well, I don't think you should feel bad, because there's some people who didn't even have one.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even have, well, I did a lot of stuff that probably could have counted as an internship, but I didn't even have one internship, and you got 3. So I feel like that's a lot under your belt. Any final thoughts about your experience at Augusta University?
My experience at Augusta University has been fresh. It's definitely like refreshing to be like, hey, this is what you do. I do this as well. So it's nice to be at Augusta University and see people and be around people who are like-minded as you. It's very nice.
Well, I want to say thank you for everything that you've done for us this semester. You will certainly be missed.
Thank you. I love it here.
And of course, you know, the whole team is wishing you the best as you venture off after you leave us on campus. But you're not going anywhere. We still got one more segment with some special folks who you'll be interacting with at graduation. So y'all stay tuned, and we'll be right back. What's up, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of In the Wild. It is graduation season, and I am super excited for our 2 lovely guests here, because you will be seeing them at commencement. So give a warm general welcome to Miss Katie Foley, and welcome back once again, Mr. Isaiah Maddox. How's it going, y'all?
It's going.
Yeah, I know you got a busy week coming off of graduation. I guess diving right in for both of y'all, how does it feel to be graduating? We're days away at this point. The countdown is real.
You go first. Yeah.
It is very exciting. For PA students, we actually don't officially graduate till August.
Oh, wow.
So it's a little bit anticlimactic because, as we know, AU doesn't have an August ceremony. So we still have quite a few exams and long hours ahead. But it's still exciting to celebrate and realize that the light at the end of the tunnel is close.
I should have went first. Wow. I should have went first. That was a good ending right there. That was a perfect ending. Can you restate your question real quick?
Yeah, I was just curious of how you're feeling about graduating.
Oh, okay. Let me see. I am excited. At the same time, I'm kind of sad at the same time. Literally, my friends were like, we're going to miss you. I'm like, y'all don't say that. Y'all. Like, just say I'll see you later. And we might not see each other later, but, you know, don't say goodbye. So it's exciting to see that all the work I put in from freshman year to now is actually paying off and everything. And that I'm done paying, you know, student stuff, you know. Yes. But that's right. Yeah. Just making it rain every day. Yes. But it's a good experience.
Do y'all have... Oh, go ahead.
I know you guys get this question a lot right now, but do you have any plans after graduation?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll go first this time because she has the best everything at this point. Yeah. After graduation, of course, I'm in the ROTC route, so I'm going to be a second lieutenant in the reserves. And thank you. It was a lot. Yes. Be a second lieutenant in reserves. Once I get all my training and everything, I'm going to go back for grad school.
Okay.
And do occupational therapy and also physical training as well.
Oh, awesome.
Thank you.
Cool.
Nice. excited to hear that you want to enter the OT field. I think OTs are just underappreciated overall, and we need better awareness of what y'all do. So that's awesome. Maybe you'll return here to AU to the OT program. Maybe we'll have to see. Or maybe you already know. I don't know. This is the questions after graduation.
Yeah.
All right. So as I said, PA students don't graduate till August, which is fine. It's just another summer slog. I'm hoping to work in family medicine here in the greater Augusta area. My husband and I live in North Augusta and are going to be here until he gets tired of his job or is ready to move on. So I'm currently looking for opportunities in family medicine around here. And I take my board exam in late August. And after that, I wait on my licensure as a PAC, and hopefully everything comes together. Yeah.
It will. We're manifesting it. We're speaking it into existence.
Thanks.
Backtracking, I guess, a little bit of how did you know you chose the correct major, or in your case, program? Like, how did you know that you were doing the right thing you were called to do?
Great question. So I'm 29, and I basically took my whole 20s to figure out what I wanted to be. I have a really general undergrad degree. I'm from North Carolina. I went on and I did a Master of Public Health because I knew I loved public health and I might want to practice medicine. But I'd had a lot of friends who went straight to medical school and either weren't happy or just felt unfulfilled or just kind of made that decision because they knew they were good at school. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I really felt like it was important for me to absolutely know and feel in my heart that I knew what I wanted to do. And so during my 20s, I worked, helped support my husband. My husband's now supporting me, and tried to decide whether I wanted to go to PA school or medical school or just kind of continue with my marketing career. And I don't know, by the time I was 27, I just knew without a doubt that it was PA school and not medical school, because I want to become a mother and have a family, and I didn't want to go to school for another 7, 8, 9, 10 years, and that I wanted to practice medicine, and I just found that through shadowing, talking to people, carefully considering, praying about it, etc. So I just kind of slowly funneled down to what I knew was right for me. And gratefully, my husband was placed here in Augusta, and there was a PA school here. So
Yeah, I'm glad that worked out for you and that your husband has been your support system throughout it all.
he's great.
For me, let me see. The question was why my major. What was the question? I'm sorry.
Yeah, just how did you know that for your particular major was right for you?
So originally the major I thought was perfect for me was nursing, because that's all I knew. Come from high school, I did CNA, pharmacy technician, everything. So I was like, nursing is cool and everything. Like, what else is there? I didn't really look at what else was there. So when I got to my junior year, and I was like, I don't really want to do nursing like that. So after that, I was like, I need a major. I need something. I got to graduate. I'm under contract with ROTC for 4 years. So I'm like, I got to do something. I can't just breathe and exist. So basically, luckily out of nowhere, Health Society and Policy popped up out of nowhere. I was like, what is that? I never heard that before. And they're like, yeah, it's new. I'm like, that makes sense. Okay. I was like, what can you do with this? They were like, you can do this, this, and this, health administration, work in hospitals and everything. I'm like, okay. And why nobody told me this? Like, it's new. That's the answer for everything. They're like, it's new. I'm like, okay. I did that, and the major was, I love the major. It's one of the best majors. If I could advertise, I'd be like, y'all get Health Society and Policy as your major, and I would advertise it, get a t-shirt on it, I love the major. And with a certificate as well. So basically you're taking the classes without doing the most. It's like, certificate comes with you taking those classes that you're required to take for your major. So it's really nice to have that little certificate in cultural diversity and health and inclusion and healthcare. It's like a little paragraph, so people be like, oh, he got words. Okay, he got words on this stuff. So it's nice, and I love it. It's a good major.
I've got to add on to that. So I'm really excited to hear that AU even has a degree of health society, and you said health society and policy. Okay, so my undergrad is in science, technology, and society, and my master's is in health policy and management. So it sounds like we have a lot of the same interests, and I absolutely loved my health policy training, and I would definitely not be the student that I am today or prepared to go into practice without it. So that's awesome. I'm glad you kind of finally found it. Yeah.
Yeah, You hold on to it. Just pass it around. But kind of going off of that, how do you think that degree or that program necessarily makes you more prepared for the healthcare field, for those who are unfamiliar?
So my physician assistant degree obviously my physician assistant degree is going to prepare me to be a physician assistant. It's extremely rigorous. And it's almost like compressed medical school. It's really, really fast paced. And then my degree before that, I did a Master of Public Health. Honestly, that forced me to be a really good student. I got really good at writing papers, at taking standardized tests. And I learned to be a graduate student. And I think without that degree, I'm not sure that I would have been prepared for the rigor of PA school.
Okay.
So I don't know if either of that was helpful, but.
Yeah, that makes sense. And yeah, especially for you going into hopefully OT school soon.
Yes.
How will your major help prepare you for that?
My major is really a lot. Psychology. Listen to the psychology aspects. We took a class called bioethics, and we broke down what's the word? Oh my gosh, it was a bioethics word that he would love to say every day. He would what's the word? Oh my gosh. It was something. And he'll basically just make sure that we always knew the word. But I guess I don't know the word, but yes. Beneficent. Yes. Thank you. Beneficent. Yes, that's the word. Thank you so much. It was at the tip of my
the dream team.
Yes.
We're trying.
Those classes, they basically taught me the psychology aspects behind healthcare. Also sociology aspects and even economics behind it and everything. So maybe healthcare can be very dependent on where you're located or your ethnicity or your race or anything, even your sex. So it's really good to kind of learn that stuff now, kind of instead of just being okay, I'm hopping in the medical field and yeah, everybody's, happy and rainbows and it's going to be unicorns here. It's no, the healthcare system is still developing and it's not done yet. So it's good to know that so you can actually be a part of the change a little bit. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome to have, I guess, that foundation before you go into serving patients in that way.
Yeah, I think you're going to be a much better provider and OT because of all of that, kind of bedrock that you've built in undergrad.
With that knowledge, does it make you feel more confident?
Are you talking to me? Or
well, either one
everybody?
of you.
Okay. I feel more confident. Coming in, I kind of knew a little bit about the healthcare field, volunteered at hospice, and did all this other stuff, worked in hospitals. And taking these classes, they made me feel more confident about what I'm doing because I know what's right and I know what's wrong. So it made me more sure that what I'm doing is the right thing when it comes to the patient and everything. So it does make me feel more confident, yeah.
Yeah, I would say that both of our backgrounds in everything from biomedical ethics, sociology, psychology, economics, financial management, integrated healthcare systems, health insurance, all of the things that both of us had to learn about through our various degrees have just given us a kind of a bird's eye view perspective on patient care that I think some people don't have coming in. Right. And I think that it will also help us be more inclusive, to better understand different patient populations, to reinforce health equity. Yes. I think there's a lot of things that you and I hopefully are going to be better at when we become providers.
So switching gears a little bit, because being a student at Augusta University is an experience like no other, could you talk about a moment from your time here on campus that you'll just never forget?
Oh, okay. One moment that I'll never forget is homecoming. When I became homecoming king, I was just doing it for fun. I was like, this is going to be a fun thing to do. I get a t-shirt, get to skip the line and be like, hey, y'all, do all this stuff. I wasn't expecting to win because we have fraternities over here. It's all the rainbows of fraternities were here. I'm like, dang, y'all, I'm just that average guy over here. I'm the small guy from Covington just doing this. And so I told my sister to come, actually. I was to the crowning. I was like, Layla, my sister's name is Layla. Layla, you got to come over here because I'm not going to lose and just be the only one standing here. So I was she's like, yeah, I'm on the way. I'm coming. Well, I had to go pick her up, but I'm I had to go pick her up and everything. And so when they said this person got first runner-up or this person got second runner-up, I'm like, dang, I didn't even get the runner-ups. Geez, y'all. And then when they passed the crown to me, I was like, y'all know me? Wow, this is crazy. And it was that kind of moment where it kind of gave me a little bit more confidence, being okay, I'm known more than I think I'm known, and people see me a little bit more than I think they see me. So that was a big moment for me, yes.
Mine's not as big or exciting, although congratulations. That's really cool. Unfortunately, as PA students, we don't participate as much in campus things just because we are so absorbed in school. I would say that my biggest moment, like I said, not like big or groundbreaking, was finishing didactic, which is just this fancy word we use to describe our PA coursework. So we do 15 months of coursework and then 12 months of clinical education. And getting done with the coursework after being in the classroom all day, every day, just that exhaustion of studying all the time and exams on exams, because we usually have multiple exams per week.
Oh, wow.
Just the end of that, I can't describe the feeling of just knowing that you're moving on. And, my clinical education has still been hard. I work a lot and I have to really work hard and be organized, but I get to care for patients. So moving on from the classroom book work to the real world clinical experience, that transition, I'll just never forget walking out of the Allied Health Science building and just like the sun was there and it was just like, I'm done.
The birds were chirping.
I know, it was just a beautiful day, that hot August Augusta day, but it was still just like nothing could get me down right now. I'm done with didactic. I'm moving on. That's what it was for me.
That's beautiful.
No crowns or anything, but I mean, I might as well have been a queen. I felt like a queen, yeah.
Did you do anything to celebrate?
I remember I got ice cream with one friend, but I was so tired that I just like went home and laid on the couch with my cat. I think other people went out and had fun, but I was just so mentally exhausted from like all the testing we'd had. But I didn't end up like, I went to the beach with my family, but no, nothing. Just amazing. I was just tired.
I feel you. I feel you on that. So why did y'all apply, or what led you to apply to being commencement speakers?
Yeah, you can give
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm trying to think how to word this. So I've felt during my education, one of the like unexpected joys of being an older student in PA school, because I'm about to turn 30.
That's not old.
It feels old right now. It's just been getting to like love on and advise and almost just kind of mentor the younger students in my class. Because PA school is really hard, especially for people 22, 23 right out of undergrad. I mean, it's extremely rigorous and high pressure. And so one of the unexpected joys has been getting to just kind of love on people. And I have really felt over the last few years that, especially through the pandemic, that so many people have just been losing sight of giving other people grace and kindness. And I think there's just been so much tension and stress and overwhelm. And I just wanted to share a message about that. And I've been to a lot of graduations at this point, and I'm not saying that all graduation speakers don't work hard and really give a good message, but I've heard a lot of graduations that are like, me, success. What is success? And I don't think there's anything wrong with those things, but I just really felt like I wanted to make our graduates think about who they want to be, how do they want people to feel after they've left their presence, how do they want to be remembered, and just more of a focus on grace and compassion. Because I just feel like those things are starting to get lost in the shuffle. So that was kind of long-winded, but I wanted to share about that and decided to do an audition. And just like you for Homecoming King, I was like, nobody knows me. Nobody cares about me. And here I am.
You got it. For me, I'm trying to think of why I did. Let me see. I guess it's something I wanted to do back in high school, which I wasn't really brave enough to do. In high school, we had like the base school, and some people went to a charter school, which is college and career academy and stuff like that. And I went to the charter school, so I was only there at the base school for one period, ROTC, which only a few people, like a little small fraction of the school, went to. And then I went to a different school, so it was like, wow, I'm not really too known at this other school. I can't really do too much, but so when I came to college, I was like, maybe this can be like my second chance, I guess, for me to actually do the things I actually wanted to do and do everything that I kind of dreamt of doing, like being not skinny and, getting muscular and everything. Getting muscular, that was one thing that Yes. Doing Homecoming King stuff, actually, that was really cool. ROTC, actually going all the way and like them being like, yeah, this guy, he's a real leader. They do that every day. I'm like, thank y'all so much. Yeah. And just do all those minor things, like even drawing. I love to draw, and I didn't have the courage of drawing certain things. I'm like, I can't draw Medea. Like, who can draw Medea now? Like, wow. And I did that. I was like, it turned out really good. Like, it's really, my drawings became so much better because I became more confident. And so when I thought commencement speaking, I was like, why not? Like, you're only in college once, so like, just go for it. And I did, and now I'm here. Yeah.
And you made it.
Yes, yes.
How did you guys find out you were selected?
In an email.
Yeah, from an email. Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm selected? Wow. Yeah.
Well, that's fun. Can you give us a sneak peek of your speeches?
Sure. So my speech, just so you know, is still under, careful crafting and grammatical everything, editing by the provost's office and communication and everything. Communications team and Monique Williams have been awesome. She's a great speech coach. It's like really a privilege to work with her. Obviously, I don't have everything memorized and it's pretty short, but the graduate speech is an invocation, which is more of like kind of just trying to invoke thoughtfulness, maybe the presence of a higher being, but of course, being open to all faiths and being inclusive. So essentially, my speech just talks about trying to give out grace and kindness like candy to everybody, because we can never know what people are dealing with, what invisible pain they're dealing with. So just trying to default to being kind and compassionate. And I know it sounds cliche, but like I said earlier, I just feel like a lot of people are short on grace right now. There's just a lot of tension and tired and stress. And I just kind of want to encourage people to say, who do you want to be to your friends? Who do you want to be to your coworkers? Who do you want to be to the janitor in your building? Just smile, make people laugh, be kind. And I just feel like our world needs a little more of that. So that's kind of the gist of it.
I'm already feeling inspired. So.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
You're on the right track.
Tearing up, really.
Cheering up.
For me, my biggest thing from my speech is to fail forwards. And because life is not a straight path. I learned that through my college years. Changing majors, I was like, wow, I guess I'm doing something wrong if I'm changing a major, or if I'm like not feeling too confident, struggling with balancing life with ROTC, military stuff, and actually like school. It's not a straight path. And so sometimes you might fail. You are going to fail eventually at something. And it's okay to fail sometimes, but it's good to fail forward. Don't let that failure kind of get to your heart, or don't let anything get to your head or anything. So that was kind of the premise of my speech. I don't want to give too much because I don't want y'all being like, oh, we got the speech already. Now we're sitting at commencement just waiting for this guy to, to finish up. But that's the biggest thing, to fail forward.
I love that. So last question before I let y'all go. Could you tell our listeners and our watchers where they can, or when they can tune in to see your speeches?
Yeah, sure. The graduate student commencement ceremony is on Thursday, May 11th at 6 p.m. And I assume there will be a live stream.
There will.
Awesome. Aunt and uncles, there will be a live stream. And your ceremony.
My ceremony is going to be, I have the second one, yeah. My ceremony is going to be on May 12th at 2 o'clock.
You better know.
Yeah, 2 o'clock. I have the second one, so mine's at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So, yes. So, you get enough sleep and you don't have to, wake up too early to come and watch me. So, yeah.
Thank y'all so much for being here, and I look forward to hearing what y'all have to say at commencement.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Dr. Kimberly Norville. I am a consultant at Augusta University's Career Services Office. Our mission is to provide resources to assist students in connecting with career exploration, planning, and employment opportunities. Our office seeks to achieve this through many different endeavors. In a threefold effort, we work directly with students, with faculty and staff, and with employers. We are open throughout the week for students to make individual appointments where we engage in high-quality, client-oriented services to assist the students. We help with career planning and job search needs by exploring their major and career options, discussing job search techniques, giving resume critique, and doing mock interviews, just to name a few. We foster student professionalism in the workplace through offering an array of employment and training resources. We use career assessments to examine interest, skills, and values to help students make decisions. We use a variety of online career research modules to assess personal skills and interests and to explore majors and occupations. Career Services also offers this same level of specialized service to our faculty and staff. We collaborate with campus entities to provide services that support student career development. For example, we partner with faculty to teach resume writing and do mock interviews to help prepare students. We offer a variety of joint programs with academic departments and colleges to link students, faculty, and alumni in communities to foster student success beyond the classroom. And lastly, we also cultivate relationships with employers and connect companies, opportunities, and hiring managers directly with our students. We do this through many different platforms that make connecting easy for both the employer and the students. On campus, we host a multitude of programs, such as annual employment and educator job fairs, networking events, informational sessions, and employer panels. We host a suit-up event stressing the importance of dressing professionally and collaborating with JCPenney for one-day discounts. We even host a dinner event where experts teach proper dining etiquette to our students. Handshake is the platform we use as a job board, as well as for registering to participate in our events, connect with employers, and see part-time, full-time, and internship needs. Students can log in and create a profile directly from the Career Services website. Appointments with our consultants are easily made through Handshake as well. Students can also make appointments by calling our office, and you'll find our consultants excited to get to know you and to help.